Hello and welcome to another What's Inside. Today we are looking at Miss Monopoly. This is the 2018 game from Hasbro Gaming, ages 8 and up, 2 to 6 players. And like all Monopoly games, this is a game for losing friends and making enemies. So, let's take a close look at this. It's technically a Parker Brothers game, but Parker Brothers got bought by Hasbro a long time ago. So you can see Mr. Monopoly in the background. But this is definitely aimed at a female audience, supposedly. I don't think it's a big deal. So who is Miss Monopoly? She's Mr. Monopoly's niece and self-made investment guru, here to update a few things. It's about time. So inside we're going to find a game board, 6 tokens, 24 invention cards, 16 chance cards, 16 community chest cards, 12 headquarters, 2 dice, money pack, and game guide. Ooh, exciting. Pretty standard box. Pretty boring, actually. The outside looks really boring. So let's take a look at what is in the box. Alright. So we've got an insert here, classic style. And it's got what would women do without any of this? Okay, I don't know what that is. I don't really care. But it's got different tokens, which is the big deal for Monopoly fans. So we've got our card pack here. Let's put that aside. We've got our money pack. Put that aside. Take our insert up. And here are the pieces and the properties. There's a lot fewer of these than you typically see. Nothing hiding under there. Stupid time stories. And here's our instruction book. This paper's kind of crap. But it's in color. And it's a fold out because they're lazy and cheap. And it tells you how to play, who goes first, all that sort of thing. It's okay paper, it's just not the best. I think they could have gone a little better, especially considering this is like a $20 game. So we've got copyright information on the back. It's a nice that it's in color, but it doesn't really do much. Well, let's take a look at our board here. Alright, we've got the usual in jail, free parking. We've got our new locations, which will all be listed on the cards. There's go to jail. There's go collect 240 salary as you pass. If you're a man, collect 200. Well, that's not sexist at all. So you only collect 200 as a man, but as a woman you get 240, or other people, I guess. It only mentions 2 genders. Kind of bigoted there, Monopoly. Alright, so aside from the casual sexism against men, let's take a look at the other components. Alright, so we've got these little teal headquarters buildings. They really just look like hotels to me. These are kind of cheap plastic. They're okay, but it definitely has a cheap feel to them. They feel very... not vinyl even. This is just old style cheap plastic from the 80s. Alright, so we've got 13 of those. Not particularly exciting, pretty lame looking, kind of boring. Let's take a look at our pieces here. Alright, we've got a white hat. That's kind of neat. And we've got 2 dice. These are kind of small for board game dice. They're medium size as far as I can tell for board game dice, but they're a little smaller than I expected. Usually you get the bigger ones, the standard D6s that come in board games, but not this time. Man, this packaging is horrible to open. Now again, like most board games, this is not for kids under 3. Alright, so we've got a wine glass. This is a stereotype and a half, isn't it? Then we've got a barbell. We've got a watch. We've got a notebook and pen. What, no laptop? Then we've got a jet plane. So I'm not sure exactly what the pieces are about, if there's a reason for them. I guess this is because there's a top hat. This one had to be a white top hat for some reason. Because it says in here, Mr. Monopoly's not the only one that can rock a top hat. So, yeah, the pieces are okay. The metal ones are okay, I guess. They feel like cheap metal, though. These might rust, I'm not sure. The top hat's actually kind of cool. That's actually a pretty good piece, but the paint might come off over time. These buildings, though, were surprisingly weak. The dice are okay. They're just smaller than what you usually get in these games. So let's get these out of the way and take a look at the cards. Alright, so our card pack is sealed with a band around it. These are a little smaller than your average trading card. Here's a pack of Wizard of Oz cards that are standard baseball card size. And you can see they are definitely smaller. We'll look at those Wizard of Oz cards in another video. That's all I had laying nearby. So let's open these up. The perforation sheet doesn't do anything like usual until you're half open with it. Alright. Take a look at these first, I guess. So look at the chance cards first. Are these numbered? No, why would they do that? There are some blank pieces of cardstock in here for some reason. 4 of them. I don't know what that's about, but here we go. And finally, number 16. So that's the chance cards. I don't know why there's 4 blank cards in there. That makes no sense. Take a look at the community chest cards next. This is what the back of those look like. And finally, number 16. Okay, next up are the regular cards. Each one has like a factoid on the back. So we'll take a look at those. So first up is solar heating. And a little factoid about a woman that was involved in that. And then we have Wi-Fi. And then chocolate chip cookies. Then we have stem cell isolation. And that's it for the dark blue cards. Next we have green, which starts with DNA model. Followed by the computer compiler. Then the bulletproof vest. Technically, she invented Kevlar. Not necessarily the bulletproof vest. That's either here or there. Next up, we have yellow. Oh, did I show the wrong side of that? My bad. Then we have the life raft. Then glare-free glass. Followed by windshield wipers. And windshield wipers is the last yellow card. Then we're on to red. And red is fire escape. Followed by the dishwasher. There's a chauvinist joke in there somewhere. Next up we have the Edgeless Beauty Sponge, and that is the last of the red cards. Then we're into orange, and we start out with space station batteries. Followed by the coffee filter. Then the hairbrush, and that is the last of the orange cards. And then we're into the purple, which includes the paper shopping bag. And then the illusion transmitter. Next is the home security system. And that is the last of the purple. And then we're into light blue, starting with leak-proof diapers. Now that's an invention. Then the ice cream maker. And modern shapewear. And that is the last of the light blue. And we are on to brown. And there's only two of these. And we have the acupressure tool. And finally, the retractable dog leash. And that's the last of the cards. So all in all, there's quite a few cards. They are decent quality. That's pretty impressive. I expected it to be much thinner, but they're actually okay. Pretty standard Monopoly cards. They're a little smaller for these than they used to be for the regular Monopoly, but not too bad. Not too bad at all. So let's get those out of the way, and we'll take a look at the money. Alright. All right, we got the standard denominations, I think, here. We've got the 5s. We've got 1s. Then we've got 10s. The copyright on the money is 2008, so they've been using the same money packs for quite a while now. So replacing these might not be too bad. It's the other cards you got to worry about. Here's the 20. Then we've got a 50. These really stick together. These are pretty standard Monopoly money because they are very, very thin and easily torn. There's the 50s. Then we've got the 100. And lastly, the 500. It looks like you get pretty close to the same amount of each one. So I'm actually going to count one of these and give you an estimate on how many of each one you should have. Okay, I counted the 1s. I counted 39. There's probably 40. They kind of stick together, so you should have at least 39 of each of the cards from what it looks like. The 10s might be slightly more. It looks like there might be 1 or 2 more. This is just an estimate, though, as to what you might have in each pack. So just to kind of ballpark it, there's probably about 39 in each denomination. So they are very, very thin. Like I said, they do bend really easily and they will get torn pretty quickly. But it looks like they've been using the same money pack since 2008. For this pack at least, for this game, Miss Monopoly. So replacing them should be pretty easy. So they've made quite a few of these, I have no doubt. What I'd be concerned about is not the money, but the location cards and the movement pieces. The movement pieces are going to be a lot more difficult to replace. The cards they might have on their website or something where you could order some, I don't know. Or you could have a PDF or whatever. I would check their website though and see if they have support for that stuff. The tokens though are going to be real difficult to replace. So that is what you can expect to find inside of Miss Monopoly from 2018 from Hasbro, ages 8 and up, 2 to 6 players. Pretty straightforward, mildly sexist. Doesn't treat men very equally. I don't know why men make less money, but whatever. Looks like an okay game. Might be empowering or something. I don't know. I don't know what the intention is here, but pretty straightforward version of Monopoly. No matter what gender is playing, you're going to lose friends. So if you're a big-time Monopoly collector, you'll definitely want to check this out. It's got some interesting take with inventions instead of properties. But it does have a lot of the usual stuff. Get out of jail free, go to jail, free parking, that sort of thing. So it's an interesting twist that might be for you if you're a big Monopoly fan. So we'll take a look at some other Monopoly games in the future. But for now, we've seen what's in the box. I gave you my opinion on it. Looks okay. I wouldn't pay 20 bucks for it though. That'll do it for this one. Thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and don't forget to share it around. Subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. If you'd like to help the channel in other ways, links to my Patreon, Streamlabs, and Teespring store are in the description. And as always, we hope to see you on the next one.